My name's Giraffey, and today I'm going to be basically writing a letter to my past self. So this was an idea that was a part of a Lolita YouTube face group. So I will be linking the playlist of all the other wonderful creators who also made a video inspired by this idea in the description. So make sure to check them out. So I have notes for once. Dear Giraffey, don't be afraid to join communities and go to events. Socialize in what you love. So with this, I have reasons why I didn't, which included I was scared, I was super self-conscious, I didn't know if my outfits would be good enough, I hadn't had years of experience and accumulated a million different accessories and just pieces, as well as I didn't have many brand pieces either. And I'd be like, oh, well, they're all gonna judge me because I'm not wearing high-end brands at least, and I'm not, or I don't have this or that, and so that was a thing that I was kind of scared of and why I avoided it. I also didn't know much about cosplay and J fashion, and I'm not a professional. Still am not, obviously. But, yeah, and so that's another thing which fed into this, self-conscious sort of anxiety that I had about just being involved in, communities and whatnot. It was easier, in high school most of the time, if I wasn't at school or, doing something music-based, I would just stay at home and play video games because it's easier, I didn't have to go out and socialize and do all this and that, it's easier. I just go home, sit down, and then I play for hours on end. And I also, a big thing that I really regret is that I never asked my peers about conventions and cosplay, and I never made plans with people who I knew were weebs who would actually occasionally cosplay or something, or talk about it, or have a Sailor Moon backpack or something like that. I just never brought that up, and I feel like if I did, I would have gone into this a lot sooner and just had more fun in the process. Because what I learned was that the majority of people are actually really nice, and even if your outfit is not super professional or 100% top notch, people are still really nice to you and they make you feel welcome and included. And also, it's really easy to talk to people in cosplay and J fashion communities because you guys have a big similar interest. So you can talk about oh, well, I got this over here, or I made this using this, or this is a really good place to go for these types of accessories, yada yada yada, and just silly stories and stuff of things that happened while you were wearing the fashion or cosplaying or doing some sort of photo shoot or something like that. And it's just overall, it's really fun to hang out at conventions and participate in community events or convention events overall. I started doing that in 2018, 2019, and I really enjoyed it. If my past self could see this, I would totally tell her that. Number 2. So another thing that I would tell myself from the past would be to choose a sub-style and don't try to do everything at once. Because when I first started, I tried to accumulate, I was oh, Lolita fashion. Well, I see that the main 3 sub-styles are gothic, sweet, and classic. So let me just do all of them. And so it resulted in really bad cords due to lack of pieces and accessories, blouses and headpieces and stuff that would match. And so then I had to incorporate normal clothes that didn't look very lollable with it. And yeah, that was my Ida phase, but most people have one. I ended up not wearing any of my classical stuff anymore because I just don't like muted colors. I don't like more natural colors either, and I just wanted bright stuff. And also with like Gothic too, I rarely wear Gothic stuff anymore. I used to in middle school, which is I think a main reason why I was like, you know what, I'm gonna try Gothic too, even though I don't really wear Gothic too much. And it's also hard to accumulate full cords because you have to buy something new for every single main piece. And it's really nice to be able to use like this headpiece, for example. I can use this with this blue blouse. I can use this with my Squirrel Party JSK because it's blue. I can use it for like my like Cinderella JSK, and then I could also use this headpiece for any like super sweet print that ends up having blue in it, or I could just force blue into the cord in it like I did with this, because this actually doesn't have any blue in it, which I'm kind of surprised about. It's mint, pink, yellow, and purple. But you know what? Pastel blue, it's still a nice color, and I made it go with it, so you know. But yeah, so over time, I just grew more into pastels, and I wish that I didn't start out trying to do all three, because it's just really hard to put together multiple coordinates when you don't have like staple pieces that can be used for different main pieces or different types of coordinates. Number 3, don't buy replicas. Okay, so number 3, when I first started, I started in cosplay, and then, you know, when you search up like cosplay dress, there's like some really icky like Lolita dresses that pop up and like replica dresses that pop up. And so that's how I ended up finding the fashion, at least through like shopping wise. It was on like eBay and stuff, and there are just a bunch of replicas on eBay, or like I believe the store is called like Jill like Punk Lolly or something like that, and they just have like a bunch of like J fashion stuff on there, and there was just a lot of like not very good looking stuff, to be honest. I mean, some of it was really cool, but it's not like straight up good quality Lolita. With stores like that, you gotta know what you're doing. It's the same with a lot of online stores like that, like AliExpress and stuff. There are some legit stuff in there, but there are also a lot of bad stuff on there. So you gotta make sure you know what you're doing when you're doing that. But anyways, back to the topic of replicas. To my knowledge, I've bought 3 replica dresses when I first started out. And it was a Toy Fantasy replica, and then off eBay, and then I believe I bought 2 other replica dresses off of my Lolita dress, which was Holy Lantern, and the one that AP is re-releasing right now. It's I really like the dress, and I'm like, I don't want to spend $300 on it. I'm gonna see if it goes down in the future because it was re-released. I'm pretty sure I've gotten some replica socks because I didn't know they were replica socks. I just thought they were cute socks. I didn't know a lot of the prints and stuff and designs that, like, let's say like AP came out with, you know, like how there's a lot of like Milky Chan replica socks out there, sort of thing, where they have like a bulk and you can choose. And like, even though, let's say you buy a replica that's more on the expensive side, it's still bad quality. It's not as good as the original one. Most of the time they are not as detailed. The materials they're made out of are not as good, or it's just not put together as well. And in addition, you know, you're basically supporting someone who's stealing someone's original design. Like, if you designed, let's say, like a new Sanrio character and you got it licensed, and then this other seller's like, you know what, that's so popular, I'm gonna make a version of that exact thing and not ask you, and I'm gonna make money off of what your hard work was while selling a really crappy item. It's just not good to do. And also, in the end, you appreciate getting the real brand. item a lot more, and you take better care of it, and you just, I don't know, I feel like you cherish it more, and you're like really proud to wear that item off because you worked hard for it, you searched for it, and you finally have it. Like, it is something to be proud of, rather than like, oh, I'm wearing a replica, I hope nobody notices. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, don't buy replicas, friends. Don't do it. And then number 4 is to buy versatile wardrobe pieces rather than just buying main pieces. I still am really bad at this, especially these past few months with the whole, like, I was just doing a lot of retail therapy, as you can tell, since a lot of my videos are haul videos. I promise I can't say I stopped spending money, but I have stopped buying Lolita, at least. I have stopped. No more buying main pieces, okay? Okay, I don't know who needs to hear this, but you gotta stop buying main pieces. You need to buy versatile accessories and blouses, because you can't just have 20 dresses and 2 blouses, okay? That's not how it works, my friend. And also, you're gonna have to keep doing laundry a lot more because you only got like 2 blouses. And then it's like, oh, but I can't wear Lolita because my blouse is dirty. You know what I mean? Also, if you lack the accessories and stuff, it's gonna be really hard to wear Lolita more often if you don't want to just wear it for like events like me, where I like wearing it casually, like, you know, a few times a week, you know, maybe even like 5 days a week, 6 days a week if I can, just because it's fun to me. And it's like, if I don't have enough accessories and stuff, number 1, you end up only having like a way to cord that dress in one way, and then it gets boring after a fact, and then you're like, well, I don't want to wear this dress. I've worn this dress like 50 times and I don't have any other way to wear it. And also, it's just so much more fun whenever you get something that you can mix and match. That's like a main thing that I love about this fashion, is that you can do so much with it. Just like buying like a cute little like pin or something, or having a new like cute little necklace, or a different colored blouse that you can put underneath multiple different dresses. Especially like with this blouse, because I have accumulated a lot of like pastel-y, like super sweet dresses, that it's just like, this will go fun with everything. And if I don't want blue, well, let's put on a pink blouse. If I don't want the pink blouse, let's put on a mint blouse. And with that mint blouse, I can put mint accessories in my hair. I can put a mint headpiece, or have mint socks, or mint shoes, or mint wrist cuffs. It just brings out, you can bring out so many more like little side colors. This skirt, and it just has like all these different colors like thrown on there, but there's not really a main color. And so you can make a coordinate that's mostly mint. You can make a coordinate that's mostly purple, or mostly pink, or mostly yellow. And then you can do like a pink and yellow combination, purple pink combination, mint and purple combination. There's just so much you can do, but you gotta have the accessories. So yes, that dress that just popped up on Lace Market is really adorable, and you really kind of want to press that buy button, but don't. You need to have accessories, my friend. Make sure you get accessories, because they can go like a long way compared to just a main piece, because the main piece is just gonna be there, and then you can't really change it up or do anything with it, you know? That's what stays the same. It's what you put on the sidelines that completely changes the image. So that's what I would write to myself if I could send something to the past. So that's all I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.